Through shattered lands and broken sky, the keys ignite, the lost must rise. Bound by fate, by blood, by steel, a world forgotten, a truth concealed. Heartless, forged in flame and dust, a heart of gears, a soul to trust. Jack the hunter, silent keen, a shadow's wrath, the watcher unseen. Darius speaks with silver tongue, a tale half truth, a song unsung. Mastos walks where wild winds call upon, to earth, to beast, to all. Atlas rise, the night is long, through fate and fire standing strong. His awakened shadows call, one by one the mighty fall. The mighty fall.
When we left off, our group was in this area in the Fey Forest, investigating this demon area, trying to get past it, find what they're going to do next. We had Mastos, Jack, and Atlas hanging off in the western area by one of the rocks, and Darius, currently invisible, stealthing around the northwestern rock with a plan to try and distract the demons into the center of the area. So Darius, you're up. What do you want to do?
I believe I was making my way to here, correct?
Yes, you're looping around the north end of the rock that you're at to try and get around to, I guess, the middle.
Yeah, and then I wanted to just go and try to make some noise. I want to stay invisible and try to break a twig or something to draw attention there.
Okay. So yeah, you can very easily find a twig or a rock. There's a lot of foliage and groundwork here, so yeah, you can definitely find something.
Okay, so just to clarify, if I pick up a rock, does it absorb into my invisibleness, or does it become a floating rock?
It absorbs into your visibleness.
Okay, so I kind of want to do both. I want to get a twig, I want to snap it, but I want to pick up a rock first and run, and then I will try to roll it over here to make it look like someone is running in that direction.
So you want to do what first? Pick up a rock first?
Yeah, pick up a rock.
Okay.
Then snap a twig.
Okay.
And then I'm going to make my way back up here, and on my way, so when I'm about here, I'm going to throw the rock over here.
You're going to snap a twig where you're standing and then throw the rock?
Yeah, so I want to come down here, just so you have a visual.
Okay.
Snap a twig here.
Right.
Or maybe right here, just in this area. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to make my way back up. When I'm about here, I will throw a rock here, and then make my way back up here, providing I don't get caught.
All right. So Darius is going to continue down towards trying to get into that tree area. The three of you over at the western side, does anybody want to do anything, or are you guys holding back for now, or?
Jack is just watching to see if this dude that's coming in their direction turns around, and then he's gonna advance. Okay.
Yeah, because Mastos explained, as a reminder, Mastos explained what he's seen when he is currently Spider Mastos. Currently drew on the wall a kind of a layout of the yellow demon, the firehound, and the green slime that's on top of the hill. Okay, so you're waiting there. Mastos, what are you doing?
Are you muted?
Am I not hearing him?
I am
muted.
I will crawl up to a position more inclined with being on top of here.
Okay.
And
So we'll say you're kind of scrambling up the 15,
side
20
of the cliff,
foot hill.
yeah.
Yeah. And in Atlas... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
How long of a web can Spider Mastos make?
We'll say 30 feet. We'll just say it's your movement.
Okay. I would like to start creating a web across that way on the top. Yeah, it's back and forth.
All right.
Back and forth this way. And this way. And
All
this
right.
way.
So we'll say you're starting to crawl up the side of the mountain with the objective of trying to start a web bridge.
Yeah.
And then Alice, so you just hear this voice in your head. What do you do?
Who? Sorry, who? Who is this?
And there's no
I'm
response.
huddling back to the wall too. Once like I'm kind of startled by the voice, so I'm kind of huddled back to the wall and looking around to see if I can see where it came from.
Okay. Roll a perception.
First Atlas dice roll. Okay. Taking a picture.
1? Is it a 1? Tell me it's a 1.
First roll is a nat 20.
Big fat one.
Ah.
27.
Oh, Tim, dude.
Okay.
When did I send you those dice?
On the cruise. On...
Really? Right
Right.
now?
No,
Okay.
it's fine. I'm just gonna look it up.
So yeah, you kind of back up and you're gonna get on the round, a little bit panicked, hearing this voice you have not heard in your head before. And you see far to the west, perched up on top of a tall rock. I'll ping the map to see you. Oh, wait. Yeah, right there. You see what looks like some sort of statue, something made of stone, just sitting there. It looks about maybe 2.5 feet high. Looks like it has wings, and it just seems to be a solid stone perch there.
Can I see, like, is it sitting cross-legged? Is it, like, can I...
It's sitting, looks like 2 legs pointing down, 2 arms kind of hunched over it, and you can see the wings kind of folded up behind it. Looks very much like something you've fought before in the mines.
Uh-oh.
I just, I gestured to Jack.
Jack, look. You see that on perched on top of the rock?
Yeah, I do. And I assume Jack would also be like that's familiar to him as well.
Yeah, once Atla points it out, you can see it on the rock as well. You do recognize it.
Can you blow this creature up for me real quick so I can see it, so I can remember if Jack remembers fighting this thing?
What spell is that? Blow it up. Looks like a gargoyle.
Oh, okay.
Well, it looks like a dragon person to me.
Yeah, I remember those things. I don't think they caused much of an issue for us.
Yeah, but did you hear the voice?
Voice? No. We're trying to keep our voices down.
No, someone just spoke to me. He said that we have something of theirs. They're coming to get it. Did you not hear that?
I don't know. You've been stealing a lot of stuff lately. You tried to steal that lady's bag, so what have you taken this time?
I don't know.
And Jack's gonna peek around the corner and see if he can see the yellow demon, like if it's looking at him.
Okay. So while you do that, Darius, go ahead and roll a stealth to try and make your way towards the tree.
Advantage?
Yeah.
Disadvantage.
Well, that's why I was checking. I wanted to make sure. Uh-oh. 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 Where my stealth? Ooh, this is not good. 14.
Okay. So you make your way towards the tree.
Make my way.
And as you get about maybe 15 feet away from the base of the tree, you see the large purple ooze right above you just start to, its whole form kind of start to slowly Looks like it's rotating towards the back of the huge rock. And as it does that, you see right behind it one of the archer dog demons you fought before uncover from being invisible and kind of scurry around behind it. Almost seems like he's avoiding it as it's kind of moving backwards.
Brr.
You proceed.
Yep.
Okay. So you keep moving in. Mastos, so you're going to shoot a web over to the other side of the rock?
Yes.
Okay. So go ahead and roll a d20 and add your dexterity modifier for me. As a
Which
spider.
D20 shall I roll? Don't fail me! Okay. 16.
Yeah, 16. Okay. Good enough. Yeah, so it latches on to the corner of the rock area over there where you had aimed it. So it is as it flies out of your little sphincter and grasps onto the edge. Are you going to traverse across it?
Yes.
Okay, so you start making your way across there. Jack, you're peering around the corner. Atlas, you doing anything else?
I'm looking around, so I'm keeping an eye on the gargoyle. I'm trying to look farther around the area, just to see if I can see where that voice came from.
Okay. All right. So Darius, you make your way to the base of the tree.
All right.
As you do so, do you see the large purple goo, slowly slithering down the side of the rock.
Okay. I want to, as hastily as possible, pick up or basically do what I was going to try and do.
Okay, so yeah, you have a stick in hand.
Did I get a rock too?
Yeah, you get a rock back at the
Okay, cool.
other. Right.
So I am going to snap the twig and then run. And then as I'm running, I'm going to toss the rock.
Okay. So roll a stealth, not at advantage.
Uh, 13.
So you put it on the ground and then kind of brace your ankle or your heel on it, and as you to kind of run, you break it and then you quickly start moving. As you do so, you see the purple slime is kind of coming down the side of this rock, kind of shift and it's clinging to the wall and starts going towards the tree. And as you start kind of running and you throw the rock, so roll a dexterity check for me.
Come on. My fucking rolls tonight are garbage. Just a flat check?
Yeah. Essentially a
5.
thrown weapon. 5? Okay. So you try to throw it over into the bushes here to make a noise. But in your panic and kind of moving quickly, it falls short. And it only goes about 10 feet to your right. As it just slips out of your hand, covered in moss. See the purple ooze still continuing. And as you're moving out, you start to see the dog demon rapidly run to the edge of the rock. But as far as you're aware, you're unnoticed. Jack, the yellow demon that you're kind of keeping an eye on around the corner, you see it immediately be alerted and start looking up as it sees a giant spider start crawling across this web, and it starts moving over towards that direction. What do you do?
All right. Jack's gonna look up at Mastos as he's crawling across this rock to rock, and he's gonna look at Atlas. I don't think they're not gonna notice this. Do we want to stay hidden, or do you want me to try to take this guy out?
Is there anyone with him?
From what the description Mastos gave us, there's a dog nearby, but this guy's getting kind of on his own.
Okay, do you think we could grab him, pull him back here, give him the once over?
I have an idea, but I need you to work with me. Do you remember what you did to that goblin that stole my bag?
Yes, I do.
I think that might come in handy about now. I can bait him over here if you want to freeze him in place.
Hold on.
I'm gonna eject Filbert.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of like bend over a little bit and shrink. Metal ball lands behind and just slowly and quietly starts to separate the metal as Filbert starts to form behind.
Hey, little guy. We're in a pickle right now. We need to, stealthily grab this guy that's coming around the corner. We're gonna bring him back here and beat him up. We gotta be really quiet. Can you help?
Well, do you want us to kill him, or do you want us to beat him up?
Well, I mean, I don't want to kill anyone, but yeah, we could kill him. You just can't yell out, so we have to be very careful.
Okay.
The problem is I can hold him, but that doesn't stop him from screaming for help.
Well, we have the art of surprise on our side, and I'm in a pretty comfortable element right now, so I've snuck up on plenty of things and taken it out before it's noticed.
Okay. You lead the way on this one.
All right. Oh, where'd my thing go? Here it is. All right. So Jack's gonna he's gonna signal to Atlas and Filbert to step back just a hair, and he's going to kind of leave himself enough room to where he can kind of make a noise and then cut back behind cover to make sure he's not seen, but give chase to this guy to start to give chase and see what's going on. And he is going to cast a spell.
So while you guys are having this conversation, can you both roll a stealth check, please?
Yeah. We still have our +10.
You're passed without a trace. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Ooh, we'll say yes for now. Mastos is
Okay.
basically just on the edge of range.
All right, and just a reminder that because we're in a what is the word I'm looking for?
Your favorable terrain.
Favorable terrain. Stealthing is a little easier.
I'm also gonna wave my hand and cast bless.
Or
Guidance. Guidance or bless?
Bless.
Okay. Who are you
On
casting?
me. Actually, I'm gonna cast it on Mastos, Jack, and Filbert.
And what does Bless give me?
Advantage on, or no, you get a 1d4 on attack rolls and saving throws.
Okay. 28 for a stealth check, by the way. Oh wait, no, hold on. I still have to add my stuff on there as well.
25.
25. Awesome. Filbert got a 13.
32. Sorry, 32.
Okay.
And Jack is going to cast the spell I can never pronounce. Thaumaturgy. Thaumaturgy.
Okay.
And he is
Over-
going to create a sound. And he is going to try to recreate a demon sound. And he is going to recreate that sound. So basically, Jack's gonna he's gonna create the sound, and then he's gonna pull back kind of where Atlas is, which is why he kind of told him to move back a little bit. But he's going to have this sound created basically right here, trying to bait this guy out of sight of this demon dog.
Okay. So you kind of say the words with your voice, but you amplify it with thaumaturgy.
But I can make it come out at a different point, so it's not going to originate from me. It's gonna come from a different area.
Like maybe 10 feet from you or whatever, kind of like at the edge.
Yeah.
Trying to lure him around, right?
Yeah, I'm doing it to like kind of draw him in.
Okay. Okay. So you prepare your spell. During this, Darius, you continue to move northwards.
Yeah, I want to get back behind the mountain, and then I'm going to cast a message to Atlas and say, you guys should be able to move now. They should be drawn to the center where the tree was.
So as you are moving out, you do see the warrior demon has gone to the base of the tree. You see the orange-purple slime going into the middle. Yeah. You do see the dog demon with the bow and arrow, constantly vigilant, looking over. And you see the two firehounds. You don't really have an angle, but the rest of you can see the two firehounds starting to move in towards the tree as well. Jack, Atlas, both roll perceptions, please.
$24.
14.
Damn. Atlas, you hear above you on the rock, you hear slow footsteps up above you on the rock, slowly moving.
Okay, can I respond to Darius's message? Or?
Yeah, you'd receive that now, yeah.
Okay.
We're a little pinned down here.
What do you mean you're pinned down?
We got one guy coming around the corner. We're looking at a really creepy gargoyle, and I just heard a footstep above us.
And I say that, hopefully that Jack hears me say that too.
Okay. Yeah, if you
And
kind of
there's a big
whisper that,
spider.
Jack will hear you. So Jack, you're about to execute your spell. Do you continue with your thaumaturgy?
Yep.
All right, Mastos, you see your fellow compadres slip kind of behind the rock. What do you want to do? Are you going back to make the second part of your bridge, or do you want to do something different?
I want to do something similar, but different.
And you would see the gargoyle, just so you're aware, you would see the gargoyle from your position as well.
Okay.
However, you've never encountered one before.
Yeah, it's a thing. I'm gonna take, instead of going back,
Mhm.
I'm going over here, and I'm gonna stick to the wall here,
Okay.
starting to form a triangular web device.
All right.
And that was 21.
21. Awesome. Yeah, you find your spot and psh, you poop it out, flies right over, sticks exactly where you wanted it, and you start making your way across this strand as you see the demon move forwards, and it looks like he's pulling out something from his back, possibly a bow or an arrow or something. Just as you hear this demonic, strange noise coming from the corner of the rock. And as this happens, Atlas, you hear the footsteps all of a sudden start running across above you, the edge, and Mastos, you see the yellow demon start running south towards the noises, where the noise is.
Can I see? Is there a way for me to see above me? Or, like, can I climb up there, or is it very steep?
There's footholds. You could try to climb up if you want, for sure.
Okay, I want to do
It's
that.
not an easy slope. It's okay. So roll either an athletics or an acrobatics, your choice. And Darius, while he's doing that, are you moving continuously around, or are you going to stay where you are?
Yeah, I'm gonna use basically. I will re-invisible since I cast message.
Mhm.
I'll put the hood back up, and then I'm gonna double dash. I'll click the boots too, so I can get there as quickly as possible.
Dirty 20 for athletics.
Nice, awesome. Okay,
Yeah. I rolled a D4 because of my blessed. Oh, I'm not blessed. Never mind.
but it's not for ability checks anyway. Guidance is for ability.
Yeah, that was for saving throw. Okay, so it's 17.
Still good enough. You find the footholds, and as you go to move up, Filbert's vines stretch out from his hands and kind of help and put his vines kind of under where your feet would be to find footholds, and help you move up there. As
So
you're
I
getting
just want to creep just over the edge to just see what's up there.
okay, perfect.
So, sorry, just to clarify,
Yeah.
hearing that they're in trouble, I actually wouldn't go around. I would likely go
direct?
Yeah, like I would go basically here and then down.
Okay, you live around 5, 10, 33, 40. Okay, so you go about there. As you're moving down, you can see the back of this yellow demon as it's kind of like moving forwards. You see the firehounds and the warrior demon you now have a better view of, and you see them heading up to where you threw the rock.
Okay. I also should have 90 movement, right? Because with my boots, I get bonus action dash. So my movement plus action dash plus bonus action dash, correct?
Fair, that's fair. So as you're coming running in right now, you haven't executed the last part of your movement as this is all kind of happening. So we'll say for this precise second, you're right here.
Mhm.
Just as Atlas, you kind of crest the top of the rock. So roll a perception.
12.
12. So you see green slime that Mastos had pointed out to you.
Yeah.
And then you see right at the edge of this rock, you briefly see 2 flowers get trampled on the ground. You see nothing else, just these 2 flowers
Okay.
squashed down. And as that's happening, Jack, you start to see the edge of this yellow demon crest around the corner of the rock face. What do you do?
So Jack is going to wait. He's going to hold his action until Atlas casts Hold Person on this demon. And basically what he wants to do is he's going to get right up against this thing, and he's going to stick half his gauntlet basically in his mouth, and he's going to fire off some arrows at point blank range, so to prevent it from screaming.
Okay. So for now, you're kind of holding your attack action until Atlas casts a spell on him.
Yes, but so he's tucked back to get out of sight, and he's basically waiting for it to get up in front of him and then frozen.
Okay. So yeah, you're
That's when he'll
kind of tucked in
run.
against the wall, kind of like poised with your.
Yeah, he's ready to go.
Okay, perfect. All right, Darius, you see this thing heading, just cresting the edge as the you feel the speed of your boots just, and you feel the not only you're invisible, but you feel the kind of warm glow coming from Mastos that you're familiar with, feeling like you're exceedingly well hidden. You can reach right up to behind this demon right now if you wanted to go that far.
Yeah, would I also have seen the flowers get trampled up top?
No, it's about 20
No?
feet up.
Okay. So then, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't approach directly, but what I likely would do is move to like here Because I want to be able to see the group, but I don't want to be
Mm.
like right on top of the demon. So I'll probably move where as close as I can to this point here.
Okay. All right. Alice, after getting this kind of peek and seeing tramples, see the slime, and you see Jack kind of back up, poised with his gauntlet ready, you start to see the corner of the yellow demon kind of cresting the edge of the rock. What do you wish to do?
Good question. Very good question. Let me see here. What did I cast on everyone?
Bless.
Right, thank you.
Luke's favorite spell.
It is a concentration spell.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I can't. Okay, so I can't even do that.
While you're thinking about that, Darius will say whenever you run down, I will say you do have an angle to see the gargoyle on the rock as well.
Okay, where is it?
It is far to the west. Northwest.
Oh, there's so much more map over there that I did not know existed. Okay. Okay. I just want to. I'll move like right here if I can, and I'll just wait to see what happens. I don't want to reveal myself yet.
Okay. Yeah, you can make it there. Atlas, what's the plan?
Can I cast a spell magic in an area?
You can aim it at something. It's not an area, but you would direct it to a specific thing.
Right. So if I can't see something with the invisibility spell, then I can't cast a spell magic on it.
Yeah, you have to be able to see it.
Right. All right. Well, I'm going to come back down. I'm gonna look at Jack.
Sorry, you know what? I'm gonna stop myself because it just says within range. It doesn't specifically say. It says choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. It doesn't actually say you have to see it.
What does the
So,
target say though?
It just says choose one creature, object, or magical effect
Magical
within
effect.
range. It doesn't actually specifically state. You have to see it. So yes, if you do need to do it and not see the target, as long as it's in range, technically you can do it. 120 feet.
Okay. All right. I'm going to Yeah, okay. I'm going to cast a spell magic right on the edge here.
Okay. So you're trying to, just so I get the visuals, you're trying to sort of focus where you've seen the flowers depress, I'm assuming? Trying to...
Basically where the flowers suppress, and I'm ascertaining that whoever's invisible up here is now running towards where they heard the sound, so I'm trying to calculate if they're running, they're probably looking over the edge at this point.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so roll a perception for me then and see if you can kind of like
Sure.
tell exactly what this is as you cast your spell.
18.
18. All right. Perfect. So you kind of slowly start your incantation, quietly, I should say, your incantation.
Yes.
As you do so, you start to see like the slime on the other side move like 3 feet slowly towards. While this is all happening, Mastos, you have reached the other side. You're kind of perched on the side of the wall. What are you doing?
It's funny because now I go over Schneer and shoot a web. Same style. Triangular web I am making, if you haven't noticed.
All right. So as you're over here and you start to shoot your web across, roll a dexterity again.
That's not good. That is a 7.
Okay.
No. 6.
6. All right. So as you aim for the top of this cliff to make your trifecta of webbing, you lose your grip slightly on the side of the rock, and as you slip down, your mandibles slipping, the shot goes lower than what you would hope for, and hits down about halfway down this rock instead of the top. Just as you do that, Jack, you see the yellow demon in full force now, aiming up towards the spider. As Atlas, you complete your incantation, pushing forwards the will of Sparrow, and as you do so, you see one of the dog archer demons peering over the side, watching his yellow compadre.
I'm gonna cast Rocket Hand, and I want to try to push it off the edge as it's peering.
Okay. All right, go ahead and roll an attack for your rocket hand. Wait, be
Nat 20.
not 20.
Oh, what?
Okay.
What?
No, I was just gonna say more of a strength check.
Okay, it's still
to push
saying
him.
it's still 20.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. So this is all happening in an instant. Mastos, when you shot your webbing, are you still going along it, even though it's halfway down?
While this thing is, I see that it's pointing at me now, though.
Yes, you can clearly see him pull back. It's weird. Looked like he pulled something out of his back. And as he holds his kind of sword up, he's kind of pulling, but you don't see him pull anything, but you see this kind of green energy start to form.
Jack would like to move on that as well. Like if he sees this is happening.
Yeah.
No.
I'm hopping up on the top right, and I'm gonna instruct Filbert to assist Jack.
Okay.
I would actually go back here along my way.
All right. So you see this kind of thing aiming at you. You start going up towards the top. Atlas, you kind of just shoot out that rocket hand. And Jack, what are you doing?
Jack is basically going to like move himself in front of this thing, and he's gonna basically stick the bolt of his crossbow in this thing's mouth, and he's gonna fire off his bolts.
All right. You quickly run over. As Atlas, as you launch your rocket hand, this thing at the last second, as your rocket hand is going forwards in fist form, it goes to turn, and you just see this thing just scatter. Bow goes flying up to the north as it goes face first into the dirt below. Oh shit. More damage than I'd expect. It falls down, and at the bottom, you can almost hear the crunch of its leg as it lands on the inside of its right leg, and you hear the snap, and you it starts yelling. Mastos, as you're traveling across, this green energy flies by you. And does it hit you?
So hard he disappeared.
I'm muted. I'm here.
Why is it not rolling? Roll for me. Okay, I'll just have to roll it manually.
Guys.
Just roll it manually. Oh, damn. Does 18 hit?
Does an 18 hit? Yes, it does.
All right. So you take
Fragile.
Ooh, that's a sad roll.
you take 7 acid damage. As you're skittering across, you feel this acid just shoot up into your stomach area from underneath. You just hear the as it burns away a lot of the hair and skin on your underside as you skitter across, and you can feel this acid continue to burn into your skin. I think at this point we need to be rolling initiative, everybody.
Do I get a surprise attack?
Sorry,
Yeah,
yes,
don't-
Jack, you can do your attack as you run over, and then to your right as you catch this thing by surprise, as you just let loose its attack and you shove your gauntlet up in its mouth. You see to your right this dog demon just fall and crack onto its leg right beside you.
16 for me.
Well,
Credit.
my attack, I just rolled a nat 20,
Okay.
and then I think this is. Yes.
You said 7
So,
points of damage. Yes.
Yeah. A huge
and
7.
this guy's gonna take 15 points of piercing damage.
We had a long rest before we came in here, right?
Interesting.
Yes.
Yep.
Right. Am I only getting 1 attack, or do I get 2?
No, you'd get your full 3 attacks. Well, 2 attacks. You don't get your bonus on this. Right.
All right. Well, then I'll make my second attack. And the second attack was a 19 on the die.
Nice. That
Plus
one
8,
hits.
so that one hits. So 15 points on the first one, and 10 points of piercing on the second attack.
The 15 was with your nat 20.
Yeah, I rolled a 3
Oh.
on my first one, and then that one I just rolled a 7. So
And you got the 1d4 that you're rolling too?
That's just a hit, so you already hit them both.
Oh, yeah. Okay, right.
okay, all right, and then I need to roll for fighting.
Will you let me do something for this surprise round?
Yep. You're stealth right now, so
Okay.
you could definitely do something for this.
So depending on how that went, did he kill the archer?
So the archer falling down, you can see the blood just gushing out of its right leg, but it's scrambling to get itself up. It is still alive.
Okay. So with it screaming, you're gonna see just basically in the air, you're gonna see 2 purple dots where Darius's eyes would be, and then you're gonna see his hand come up. It'll start to glow purple. He's gonna lift it, and he's gonna put it down into his hand, and then lift up, and you're gonna see the ground is gonna rumble and pull up, and it's gonna wrap around the screaming demon's face. And I'm gonna cast Maximilian's Earthen Grasp.
Nice.
And I'm basically trying
Nice.
to grapple it and shut it up at the same time.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, roll to attack.
I think it's a save actually. You have to make.
Oh, yeah. It was a deck save?
I'm checking now. What does it say? To break it? No. Honor. Target must strength.
Strength is...
Yeah.
12.
So he fails. So he is grappled.
I love how you sigh like you're trying to beat us.
Well, I like a
Keep
challenge.
losing.
If every
No, I
attack you
know.
do hits, it's like easy mode.
Oh, and he takes damage.
There's like
Yeah.
9 enemies on the map. Don't
Don't
worry.
worry,
They
you
get
I
can
have
always
counted.
get
never
me.
added so many things to a turn order. This is
So he takes 8 damage as well, bludgeoning,
8 damage.
and is
Alright.
restrained for the spell's duration.
Awesome. Yeah, you see this giant hand just almost crush this limbs. He's about 3 feet high, so you see this massive hand. You can almost not even see this imp as he gets covered by this giant earthen hand. The loud screaming. You hear some footsteps running from the northeast area now. So initiative, everybody. Jack, what's your initiative roll?
17. Did it go through?
17. Okay, perfect. Gotcha.
12. Oh, sorry, 14.
13.
I like that ones.
1.
I don't know if you intend for us to see the rolls, Colin, but you have it so we can see them right now.
Yeah, some of them are. I'm using the regular dice roller for some stuff because my characters weren't doing. This is okay though. But thank you for telling me.
We see your masterwork.
And Filbert's +4. Oh, Filbert! Let's freaking go.
Da-na.
Wilbert,
plus-
Wilbert, he's our man. If he can do it, no one can.
Hey, yeah, Kimmy made
Oh my
sounds.
god.
The exact sounds I needed to make. I speak your language.
Sorry guys, this is so many mobs.
No, it's fine. You're good, man. Take your time.
Yeah, we're having fun making noises.
I don't think Amy's having fun making these noises.
Maybe not. No. But she is communicating with me. Mhm.
Oh, do get to be.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we're almost there.
Well, how many things are there here?
Dude. At
At what point does this become swarms?
Okay. All right. So Filbert, his last instruction was to protect Jack. So he's going to charge forwards. The imp below. Again, there we go. The imp below, now covered up with this giant earthen hand. He kind of goes down underneath and starts laying into this imp. That is right by Jack.
This is it the yellow one or
Yep.
the
Yeah, it's the yellow one. With advantage on all of them because it is currently restrained. So 14. Just hits.
So what's
Eight
this
piercing.
one? I thought this was, is this the one that
That's the dog demon that fell off the rock.
He has 1d4 on attack rolls too, remember?
Perfect. His second attack hits again. 7 piercing. As he unleashes his flurry of blows. 2 more
if
attacks.
Have we just had Reen like above everybody?
Yeah, you had her. No, you had her flying off to find Carmen.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. I knew that. I was just making sure you took notes.
6. And so he has 1 more attack from his flurry of blows. Oh damn!
Ooh.
Oh damn!
Oh my god!
All right. So hold on. So he gets 8, and then he
Why
rolls
does
a
Filbert
6,
always go hard in the yard?
14. So that's 17 damage. All right.
That makes me want to play Roshi.
So you guys see Filbert just slide in underneath, and you just see this flurry of green spikes just pummeling this thing as the large hand that's grasping it almost slips as this thing almost turns into pulp and kind of just splishes onto the ground in bits. And
Two
Filbert
bolts
just
coming out of its mouth.
yeah, and Filbert just stands there, Wacky William Foodable Tube Man, looking very happy with himself. So you all hear this strange cracking noise coming from the west. As you look over and you all see the gargoyle in stone form perched, break free of its stone form and flap its wings and fly to the west. About 60. And dashes out of sight.
Great.
And
Oh,
you
that's a
all
problem for
hear
later.
the the running pitter patter of feet come from the other side of the rock.
Do these dogs have a higher dex than Jack?
You don't know.
That's a good point. They have maybe. What's your dexterity?
16.
16.
Ooh, very close. You just beat them.
Mhm.
So let me just move you up so I don't forget, because I will every time. All right, what do you wish to do?
So he's watched this one just turn to mush in front of him. So there's a demon dog on the ground in front of him.
Yep, prone.
Archer. Is it a dog or archer?
It's a dog archer.
Ooh, okay.
Same thing. Jack's gonna kind of look at it, tell it to be quiet, and as he does that, he's gonna basically punch his hand into its face, and he's gonna fire off 3 more rounds, point blank range.
Ooh.
You fucking execution style.
A disadvantage.
I pictured him
because-
kind of walking past, just going thump, 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 into the, just like
First roll's a 17 on the die, plus 8.
Does crossbow expert negate the disadvantage from being prone though? I don't think it does.
I
This
don't
one
know
then?
if it does that. I just know
Just
I
looking it up
don't get
real quick.
disadvantage at close range.
A melee, yeah. Ignore, blah, blah, blah. No, so it doesn't negate the fact that... So you're rolling at disadvantage because he's on the ground.
Okay, so the first one was a 25 to hit. Let's see what the second one is. The second one's an 18 to hit.
Okay.
you have a
definitely
D4
hits.
for your rolls as well.
Oh, and a D4.
Damn!
So 18, so 22 for the first attack.
Okay, that definitely hits. Roll your
And then,
damage.
okay, I'll do one at a time. Here we go. Max damage, so 11 points of piercing.
Sweet Moses.
The first attack, I rolled a 17, and so I have to roll again. Take the lower one. So that is a 9 plus 8 is 17 plus 4 again. 22 or 23, one of those numbers.
That hits.
This is fun. 8 points of piercing damage. And for the last one, another 9. And a 6. 6 plus 8 is 14.
Mm-hmm.
We're banking on a D4, baby. 4. I rolled 4 every time on that, so whatever that is. 18.
That hits.
Yes. Who cares about disadvantage? I
What's the damage on
certainly
that?
don't.
What's the damage on that one?
10 points of piercing. 7 on
Holy
the die.
shit! Nice.
Yeah,
So as this
good-
thing,
good
you see this
D8.
thing starting to scramble up, and you're just like, "Toof, toof." In the last one, as it tries to like lurch forward, you just kind of dip down a little bit, and you just aim for the broken part in his leg, the fracture in the wide open space, and right in, it lurches forward, screaming in pain, blood gushing all over the ground. This thing is barely able to move right now.
That's sexy. And then Jack is going to utilize his movement, and he is going to move around here. So actually, he'd be like right here. And still having his hand pointed at this demon dog.
Okay.
All right,
All
that'll
right.
be it.
As this thing fell with bow in hand, he doesn't currently have a melee weapon in his hand, so he can't really swipe at you. Too distracted by the blood that's gushing out of himself anyway. So, that's it for your turn, you say?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. All right, so, Jack, you have a great view. Mastos, you can see as well from where you are. The fire demon dogs come rushing. 50. 60. You see them just start rushing around. You see the two from the central area, and then a third one coming from a further eastern area. One, Jack, running right up to you and immediately going in to try and bite you.
Dang it. I was hoping they had to dash to get to me. Not that I'm a gamer.
12?
Miss.
I'll say that misses. So yeah, you absolutely, as you're moving around, you see this thing coming at you. You just sidestep, and it just lashes out. You see the teeth as they collide against each other. You see these sparks of fire just flying out as it just turns. The one behind it, you see it lurch backwards and open its mouth, and you see this large molten ball start flying towards you. As it if you can roll a dexterity saving throw, please.
Do I get
D4.
the D4 on that?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
How are we boring you?
16 on the dex save.
16. All right. So as this kind of ball of molten stuff comes right towards you, you kind of sidestep it a little bit. It hits the ground and it just starts bubbling. This hot molten magma just underneath your feet as you try to jump out of the way. So you take half of... Yeah, so you take 2 fire damage.
My boot, it's warm.
All right, Atlas, you're up.
Okay, so I'm just gonna take a quick look at the ooze. Has it moved at all, or?
When you were climbing up, it had moved a couple of feet towards you.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna rush over to the edge and look over. And do I see broken leg guy?
Yeah, he's right down at the bottom here.
Okay, and do I see the 2 dogs?
Yeah, you got a good visual.
I'm gonna bring my hands to my chest, and I'm gonna pull this yellow energy out from my chest, and I'm gonna push it out into all 3 of them, and I'm gonna cast Word of Radiance on them. So they're all gonna have to make a Constitution saving throw. And I am going to make that on the ooze that's behind me as well.
Okay. So
Basically, anyone that I can see, essentially. Can I see this dog here?
Yeah, you'd have an angle on it.
No, actually, no. Sorry, no. It has to be closer to me.
Why you do say that? You do see up on the tops. You do see better vantage point as these things get ready for battle. You can see right across to the eastern side as these things that were poised in wait now show themselves. Okay, so these...
No, I can only hit these 3.
Okay.
I can't hit the ooze.
Okay, just outside. Well, you could back up a little bit. You moved yourself there, right?
No, it's an area, though. I'm casting it on an area, so that I can only, if I'm casting down here, I can only hit them down.
Oh, I see what you're
Down
saying.
below.
All right, so 3 Constitution saving throws.
Correct.
All right, the Demon Scout going first. 8.
Fail.
So what's the damage on that?
2d6.
All right, go ahead and roll it.
Yep. That is 7 points of radiant damage.
Yeah, damage.
Which, if they're demons, they should be.
As this kind of yellow glow starts to form around it, almost looks like one of your healing spells as the body kind of starts to glow. But this time it goes to a fiery white and almost seems to like it almost compresses the demon as it... And it just almost disappears as a little sunder of dust just lays on the ground.
Okay, I bodied that bitch.
All right.
And-
Con save the first diamond, or the demon dog, is 21.
Saved.
Does it take half damage or just no damage?
No, just no damage.
Okay.
Just has to succeed.
Second one is a 12.
Fail. 6 and 6 max damage. 12 radiant damage.
All right, perfect. Yeah, this glow comes around this one, and you just see it start to sink in. It almost looks like it's forming little spikes as it tries to go inside the demon's body, and it's lets out a snarl. Looks like it hurt it. Pretty good.
Okay. I'm clicking my hand back in, because I'm assuming that's where it's hovering right now.
Yep.
And I'm going to where are we here? I will bonus action cast Rocket Scalpel.
Okay, perfect. Where do you want him to be?
He's gonna drop down. So that one dog is dead, right? Or the guy back first. He's gone.
Sorry, yeah. He's not.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna have. Yeah, I'm just gonna have. Oh, that's not my hand, I'm guessing.
No, that's Maximilian's hand.
Okay, hold on. Rocket scalpel. I'll drop that on. I'm gonna have it right down in here, and it's gonna attack the one that's attacking Luke or Jack.
Okay. All right, yeah. Roll to attack. You get an attack on your cast. So that's awesome.
So 17.
17 hits.
Is there plus anything? Either way. And then that is 1d8 plus 4. 8, so 6 or 10 piercing damage.
And piercing. Nice. Just send your rocket scalpel down, and it kind of goes down towards Jack, and just right through the dog demon out to the other side, and turns ready for its next attack as it just winces, turns around, and starts growling at your rocket scalpel,
All right.
not knowing what happened.
That'll be it for my turn.
And so from your vantage point, kind of clocking all these entities kind of positioned all around these defensive areas, starting to see them rushing in from the east. You also see to the north the black, massive smoke cloud getting closer and closer. You think maybe about 300, somewhere between 300 and 500 feet away, slowly moving in your direction.
Okay, I am gonna use the rest of my movement just to back up on this corner, and then I'm gonna yell out that we got incoming.
Go ahead, yell it out.
Incoming! We're closing in.
All right, Mastos, you're up, sir.
Yeah, so I will like to break my wild shit. And that will be for my bonus action. And
Okay.
will hold on, do I want to move? Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna move first. As
Okay.
a spider.
Yeah.
Across. No, I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
You can get right to
Yeah.
the edge.
Yeah.
You can get
Right
right
to this end.
there.
Okay. And I'm going to take out my drinking water
Okay.
and go to pour a drop out, and I'm going to cast Tidal Wave.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Tidal Wave not at max distance, but at 95 feet away at these two on the rocks.
Okay.
I was beaming it. That was me who was beaming it. I snap it, and I want to do that way.
You
Okay.
can tell who's doing it by the color.
I didn't know that.
Boom.
All right.
Hold on.
So 30 feet long,
30
10
feet.
feet wide.
I want it to start up here, so I want it to like encapsulate these guys basically,
Okay.
and blow them off. That is the idea I'm going for.
Okay. And then just you'll kind of hit the back guy as well, right? With 30 feet, yellow guy.
Yeah, with the 30 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. Would it get the slime? 5, 10,
No,
15, 20? No,
'cause
plus
it's
the
like-
height. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I tried to position it so it wouldn't even touch him. So that's
All right. All right. So dexterity saving throw. So you guys watch as Mastos scutters his way over. See him turn into himself as the incantation and just throws his hands out. And you see this massive wall of water just reach up out of the ground and just straight towards the rocks as they roll dexterity saving throws. First one is a 10. Second one is an 8. Fantastic. And then we have the other demon down below. 4. So they all fail. So let's do the initial damage first of the tidal wave.
okay.
So 4d8 bludgeoning. Go ahead and give it to me, sir. You got
Okay. Sorry, it's the D6s, right?
48.
Yeah, 40. Do. I don't have 4 of them, so you're gonna have to be patient with me. No, where's my other? There it is. Ow! It's so sharp. Oh, that is a poo roll. Oh wait, one more. Okay, 14.
Okay.
I dropped that dice. That is a 12. Okay, one more. Oh, wow. Triple threes. Oh, 17.
All right. So 17 in total, or the 14 plus the 17?
It was the 14 and then,
Okay. So 31 damage.
yeah.
Nice.
And then that's it, right? Or one more set. Did the all 3 fail? Or?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just silly me.
Well, it's
'cause-
all the same damage. You just roll it for once, and they all take the same damage.
Oh, okay. Then it was 14.
So not 31. Okay.
No, not 30. 14.
All right. Yeah. That's back on.
Yeah, the first one I rolled a 1 on those dice. Sad.
All right. All right. So yeah, you guys see as this massive wall of water just completely obscures this part of the rock outcropping, and you see just at the top of it, 2 of these beasts as their arms go flying back as they land 30 feet onto the ground, taking an additional 8 bludgeoning damage each as they land on the ground. And they are all prone. I'm not going to mark that. Those cover up my icons. I don't know how to change that. It sucks. But yeah, those 3 are prone. Okay, awesome. Anything else, Mastos, for you?
No, that was all 3 of my things.
Fantastic.
All 3 of my frozen in time.
Awesome. So as you finish that up, guys, you hear the swishing water. You see this wall. You hear coming from the west. You hear boom, 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 boom. Heavy foot thuds coming, almost ground, almost shaking, as you feel something running from the west towards you. Jack, you have an eyeball on the large purple slime by the tree, which is now being drawn over 5, 10. As it makes its way over. One also moves.
Same question. Would the green slimes have higher dexterity than me?
They are so dexterous, you don't even know. So dexterous.
Watch their dex be 17.
No, it's actually higher. What's your dex?
16.
Yes, it's higher.
What? They're
Yeah.
slime! How the fuck is slime dexterous?
Maybe you'll
They're
find out.
gelatinous. They have no bones. They don't need to be as dexterous in concept as we are, I guess. I don't know. Bones, muscles, reflexes. It's just goo. I wish I
Alright,
was goo.
it's all them. All right, Darius, you are up.
Okay, how high up is that? Like this cliff here.
About 20 feet.
Okay, so if I used my hand to boost me up there, could I climb up there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that would get you up without using like an acrobatics or whatever to get up. That would get you up safely. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. So use the movement of your hand and its action to grab you and move you over there.
Yeah.
20 by 30. Yeah. Okay. You can make it back. You can make it over to Atlas by the time it gets to you and then back over.
Okay, cool. Well, I mean, I don't need it to come to me. It can wait for me at the cliff, and then I can just run to it and go up.
That's fair. Okay. Yeah. So where do you want to end up?
I guess here. Just like wherever
There.
the like is, yeah, as close as possible up there.
Okay.
I assume that would take an action.
It's a bonus action for your hand, I believe.
No, it says it's an action to move it. So
Oh.
it says as an action, you can cause the hand to either reach for a different creature or move to a different unoccupied space within range.
All right. So I guess it is an action then. I thought it was just an action to
Okay.
cast. Boo.
I will.
Sorry, did the slime do something to Atlas or no?
It did not. It is right beside you right now.
Did it use its dash?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
I am going to shout down the cliff to Jack. Jack, buddy, I've got a song ready for your victory. Don't make me rewrite it. And I'm going to give him bardic inspiration.
Nice.
Bless up. That's a D8.
Yep.
Yay.
Awesome. All right. And that's it for your turn, Darius?
Yeah.
Awesome. So you guys just see him like just floating on this hand, being placed down as he just plays a little jig for Jack. So you all hear these heavy footsteps boom, 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 coming from the west as comes into view now. Ooh,
Holy
no,
shit.
No, the tokens
We're
are on
dead.
size. The tokens
We're
are
all
on
dead.
size.
We're all dead.
Oh my god.
Literal god shows up and just starts slapping us.
As you see this fire giant with a large war axe in each hand come charging in. That's as far as he's going to get.
Does he look friendly?
Talk to him, ask him.
Hey, I could talk to that boar. I'll talk to this guy.
All right. That being said, Atlas Darius, you see this black smoke moving down to the south. Still seeing Atlas in the center of the dome, this purple flash, but every minute going off. The blue lightning demon still sparking and shooting out, shooting downwards in the middle of this dome. The dog archer runs over to the edge of the cliff. 5, 40. Seeing Darius float there, takes aim and poof, lets one loose over towards him as he stands off his hand. $19.
Yeah, that hits.
So as the arrow comes towards you, just kind of catch it last second, try to dodge out of the way. It just sinks into your right shoulder. And, as you take the hit, you feel the piercing damage go through your shoulder blade. And then as you pull it out, you start to feel this dark energy start to seep inside you. 7 piercing and 5 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Dog demon slides down the side of the hill and runs across to the other side. Doesn't make it up the hill yet. Makes it over there.
Yes, yes.
Half his move to
Cluster
stand up.
for me.
3. Half his movement to stand up. 20. Oh, he doesn't move yet. My bad. He went. Okay. As this onslaught continues, you hear as you guys can see the giant metal wolf turn towards you all, let it a howl and leap off the top of this rock as it charges towards you all. Runs. Right, you guys can see this black cloud now, only probably about 100 feet to your north. And Atlas, this the blue lightning in the middle of the dome. You can see the other side. You can see another black cloud still moving from the far, far west of the dome. It seems to be moving towards the center of it.
Hey.
Philibert with his wavy, shaky hands, still under the instruction to protect Jack, will surge forwards and swing out at the demon dog. For an 18, which hits, 10 piercing damage. And he will, trying to protect Jack, he will try a stunning strike, which the dog fails. Dog is now stunned as he goes in for his second strike. At advantage because it's stunned, and he crits.
Good night.
Damn, Philibert on fire.
boy.
So we ignore his rolls because it doesn't do it the way we do it. First of all, 8 damage, then 11, add the 7, so 18 piercing damage.
Good night.
And then he activates his flurry of blows for another 2 attacks. As he burns through all his key points.
Double crit, double crit.
The 23 hits for 8 piercing. As Philibert just... you almost can't see his vines as it just pulls in and pulls out. You see it just ripping fire and blood out of the side of this hound as it lands just boiling and screaming in pain on the ground as Philibert moves up for his last punch, throwing it at the remaining dog. Holy shit. For 6 piercing damage. All right, Jack, you're up.
Jack's gonna kind of lean down and he's gonna pat Philibert on the head and he's gonna be like, "Good boy," and then he's gonna slap his hands together, and green energy is gonna start radiating off of him. Thorns and spikes are gonna be kind of wrapping around his gauntlets, and he's gonna slam his hands down into the ground, and he is gonna create a nice little ring around where I have it lit right now, but I don't know how to keep it there.
Okay.
And he's going to cast Spike Growth.
So it's going to be, what, about there? So centered. I know there's an easy way to do it. But... All right, so those 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are in the Spike Growth. Okay, gotcha.
Okay. And, so that is going to happen. I need to use a spell slot. And... oh, does it up the damage on it? Oh, no, it's Hunter's Mark. Oh, okay, I was reading. Okay, I need to read Spike Growth. Okay, it's 2d4. Okay, cool. And, is that a 20-foot?
Should be.
That is not. That's tiny.
Put your circle back up.
When something moves into the area.
Oh, it doesn't... I hate how nothing's consistent with, like, their shapes. There we go.
Yeah.
I feel like the bigger circle.
The green one, yeah.
Yeah.
They're both green, but the bigger one.
All right,
And
so yeah,
then,
you see all the plants and flowers seem to lean towards the demons as they start to sprout these spiky vines, almost like the foliage is working with you and starts trying to grasp onto these things.
And then the circle needs moved over just a hair to the left, because I didn't have this far this far one in it, like, or he was like right at the cusp of it.
Oh,
no.
you can move it? What?
That's good. And
Right.
then Jack is going to use his movement, and he is going to. I gotta swap up here, and he's gonna zip up, boom, right there, and he's gonna get planted down, kind of in a Spider-Man pose, as he's perched up on this rock.
Okay, perfect.
Did you
All
mean
right.
to move it? Did you
Whom?
the green
Circle?
circle?
Yeah, it was too far away out of his spell range.
Oh, right.
This guy. wasn't in
My
this.
it wasn't out of my spell range. I just wanted it a little bit closer.
Oh.
I can cast that up to 150 feet away.
Meh.
Fancy, I know.
Does
All
it
right.
also go up on the cliff then?
Technically, yeah, because it's kind of part of that 30 range. Like, it's
Terrain.
not necessarily.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say yeah.
I need to make sure that I don't walk into it then.
Yeah. You're like just just leaning on the edge. All right, so the firehounds. Let's see. So the one just getting attacked by Filbert is going to go ahead and attack back. As you guys can see, the black cloud probably about just out of range of this map, about 100 feet to your north now.
Oh shit.
As it tries to bite, 27 to hit. That definitely hits. So vulnerable to fire too. So 11 plus, that would be plus 14. 25 damage. The Filbert gets hit hard. You see as this bite sinks into Filbert's shoulder, you can see that his vine arm starts to catch fire as he tries to kind of flop his arms around, try to put it out as he shakes the teeth off his arm. And the demon dog kind of lays back, almost snarling. It almost looks like a smile forming his demonic mouth. The other two dogs. 5, 20, 30, 40, 50. Use the stash to get up there. Dash to get there. Atlas, you're up.
Okay. Oh, okay. All of them are coming over.
Oh, did those guys take all the damage from moving?
They did not.
So how far? Where were they? Because I think it's every 5 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's half. So if they dashed, so I'll move them back because it restricts their movement.
Because yeah, it's difficult terrain, and then every 5 feet.
So he'd be there.
2d4 every 5
every
feet.
5 feet, yeah.
He'd be there. Okay, so roll the damage 2 times for me.
I'll just roll my d4 here. 4 and 3, so 7, and 1 and 3, so 4. 4 points for one and 7 for the other.
All right, yeah. As soon as they enter, and it kind of like spikes them in the legs. Ugh. They leap forwards, trying to avoid the rest of the spikiness. So they get a little bit forwards, but they still take the damage. So I used the same damage both times. So sorry, Atlas, we're reading.
Okay, I'm going to is there a path around this? Like, because there's just so many icons here. Like, I want to move over here.
Yeah, you can definitely get there.
Okay. Does it need to take an opportunity attack, or?
You would have to walk over it. So,
Does this hand hold it, occupy a whole space, or is he sitting on the hand?
No, it takes space.
Big space. But he could have left it. He would have probably not blocked you in, so you may have. I just put the icon there myself.
Yeah,
So,
so
he
I'm
probably
just
would have left you a space.
I mean, truthfully, yeah, there's no need for him to get off the hand at this time either, so he'd probably still be standing on it.
Yeah. So if you're trying to run past the slime, you'd have to kind of do a dexterity to try and saving throw to try and get around the slime without it doing its thing.
okay. Okay.
Unless you go around past Darius, around to the north. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Yeah.
30. So
I
you
should
can get
still have
Yeah, you get about there.
about there.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I still have view of the wolf?
You do, yeah.
And do I have view of these guys down here?
Sorry, the wolf, like the metal wolf or the fire
Yeah,
wolf?
the metal wolf. Sorry.
Metal wolf, yeah. Yeah, you do.
Okay. So I'm going to stand here and I'm going to so I'm going to fuck. I'm going to ignite my boots
Good night.
and I'm going to so how big is this wolf?
Metal wolf, very similar to the boar you fought. So it's about maybe 12 feet high, almost 5 feet width.
Okay, so I'm going to so I'm going to go over here and about 40 feet above in the air. That should be
Okay.
my total 60.
Okay.
Oh, I know. Here we go with the levels of
Yeah,
height
he's
and
talking about
stuff.
this too, yeah.
So I'm here, or so actually I'm gonna be down here. I want to still be able to see these, and
Okay.
basically I'm gonna cast command on the wolf, and I'm going to point at these guys and say attack.
I don't think.
A creature I can see within range, within 60 feet.
Yeah, but it won't do something contradictory to it. Well, let me just double check.
As long as it's not an immediate harmful effect to it. Like I can't tell it to kill itself or like bite itself.
Yeah. Well, it has no effect if it doesn't understand your language. Yeah, so you would know it has to understand your language to receive that spell. I don't know if you want to risk it or not cast it.
I feel like it's been around common tongue enough.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna try for it.
All right. Yeah. Do you guys see the rocket boots initiated? Floats over. Looks like Atlas got the complete control of this now as he hovers above, and the spiral symbol ignites as he pushes his intent towards the metal wolf.
These are the same animals that were in the fighting ring, right?
As far as you're aware, yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Then I'm
Yeah.
gonna issue the attack command.
All right. So it will be doing a wisdom saving throw. Uh, 15.
It's 15 to save.
Oh, he saved. Wait, no, he doesn't. He fails. All right.
No, you have to meet or beat.
Meets it, beats it.
Yeah, so he saves.
Did he? If
that
he's got to
right?
succeed on a wisdom saving throw,
Yeah, so he has to meet or beat
Oh, he has to
whatever
beat
the number
50.
is.
Okay.
it's not like AC.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And your blast doesn't count for that. So yeah, literally, it looks like it's taking hold, but it kind of just shakes its head. As blood starts to still pour out of it, it looks severely wounded, just holding itself
Okay.
together, but doesn't seem to take effect.
All right, then I'm going to. Shit, I forgot to do something before I moved.
Was it a bonus action?
Yeah, I forgot to move my rocket hand.
Well, you can do that. That's fine. You're like 60 feet in the air. You can see where it is.
Okay. I'm going to, I'll bonus action attack the demon in front of it.
Okay.
Which is 13.
13 just misses.
Okay. And I think that's gonna be it for my turn.
All right, so it goes down and tries to sweep up into the stomach just like it did with the other one, and the fire demon just sidesteps a little bit. Just licks the flames.
All right.
As you're hovering and you kind of like issue your rocket hand to these commands, you see in the air, north and south of Filbert and your rocket hand, two of the gargoyles hanging in midair. Floating up, poised above your friends. Mastos, you're up.
Alrighty, Roo. Scooby-Doo. I'm going to reach into my pouch and pull out a fancy slate black stone and cast Erupting Earth on this 20-foot cubed center on the point, which is the slime.
Okay.
And they must succeed a dexterity saving throw, or a creature takes 3d12 bludgeoning damage on a failed save, or half as much on a success.
Jeez.
All right. Dexterity saving.
And
All right.
additionally, in that ground area becomes difficult terrain until cleared. Each 5-foot square portion of that area requires at least 1 minute to clear by hand.
All right, so dexterity saving throws all around.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going for the firehounds first. 16. That's a save. Second one is a 2. What's your spell DC?
14.
14. Okay, so one save. So one's a 2, so go ahead and roll his damage.
18.
Awesome. All right, the slime is going to try and save. 6. That's 18 damage.
Oh, yeah.
It's the same damage for all of them.
It is.
The human scouts. One is 14, the other is 20, so one fails. One save. Save is half damage, right?
Yeah.
8. And then the purple ooze. Not very dexterous. He takes the full damage. All right, and then we have one more back there, hiding underneath the green circle. Oh, half damage. Which I can't click on him because it's a stupid green thing. Ah!
The vines start creeping. Darius is like, what the fuck?
They're touching.
All right. Awesome, awesome. Do you see how the ground just started slowly shake and erupt as the the vines and the thorns that Jack had kind of summoned out all the vegetation don't break, don't snap. They move with the rocks and almost separate into the grooves, growing up more shredded vines, looking for a target. As the rumbling continues, as you guys can now see the black smoke coming from the north, you see the fire giant running in from the west. There's the Meta Wolf still charging forwards. You all look up and you hear, "Ah, lads, on your left." And the black smoke stops, and you see figures running out of the black smoke. 8, 10, 12 figures charging out. Rah! You see Bulgar charging. You see Aristos, 4 or 5 Nolja, and a war machine. Boom, 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 running forward. Suddenly you see a figure jump out of the black smoke, impossibly high, passing over the charging army below. As momentum carries Cleric forwards and downwards towards the demon, she yells, "Rah!" Slams her fist backwards as if punching some invisible wall. A red pulse flashes through her body and immediately splits into 3, all coated in familiar black armor with red veins, as each one of these landing 20 feet apart, thrusting their glowing red fists into the ground. Boom, boom, boom. Massive shockwave rips out through the area, and the demons get thrown back. She looks up at you all. "Take care of that." And she points towards the center of the dome. "We've got this." The 3 Clerics shoot forwards almost a lightning speed as they connect with the immediate facing demons, as the rest of the party rush down to attack. Now we will leave it.
Yeah, and that's where we're gonna leave it.
Lads,
On your left.
assemble.
Awesome. All right, great guys. Thanks for the session. We'll pick this up and see what you guys decide to do next week around 9:30 p.m. EST next Tuesday. So yeah, we'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.
Bye.
You know what sucks? The fact that you made that reference, and when Tim was like, "No, I'm not doing that," I told him to climb down because I was gonna yell at him. I was gonna go, "Mastos, smash!" and I was gonna throw my fucking weapon at him.
Just goes in, goes ham.
That was